good morning, everyone. So,
Good morning.
yay, how wonderful to have us all gathered together. And here's my divine partner.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Fine. Love it.
Yeah, we do too.
So it's top of the hour. Should we?
So, I wanted to bring to everybody's attention, we kind of sprung it on everybody on Tuesday without a lot of discussion, but we've decided, we did this for a while last year. We kind of launched what we call the fall campaign, September, October, November, because it's classically the best time to build of the year because, and it happens again in January after Thanksgiving and Christmas are over, after the holidays are over, but things just kind of naturally slow down in the middle towards of November, on through December. I like to say people Christmas in their eyes and they tend to forget about business and family affairs start happening and it's kind of natural. However, sometimes it's the best time. That period between Christmas and New Year's is sometimes the best time because people aren't working and they're sitting around wondering what to do, So, but September, October, November, this is a really good time to really ramp up the business. What we've done to support you is we're now doing our noon, and we're going to call it Why LifeWave, Why Now webinars to give it kind of a purposeful, title. And so I'm doing them every, started on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. This will be the third time, big three. And we'll do it every week, Monday through Friday for the month of September and see how it's going. See if the energy's there, if people want to continue participating and if it's helpful. But I know that everybody's bringing new people to the table. And I came up with a little acronym. I like playing with acronyms of PPC. Pique their interest, push them to, what was the second one? Point, peak. Yeah, I came up with it again. Remember, peak, point, and connect. So you pique people's interest. You can now point them to, video from In Touch. You can point them to liveyounger.com, or you can point them to a live event. There's something about a live event that sometimes is very attractive to people. That gets people to draw in. So I'm going to mute people every once in a while. So if I'm because we got a little noise coming there. You can always unmute yourself if you want to say something. So if you got a noise in the background, just mute yourself. But if you're being quiet, it's fine. So peak, point, and connect. You pique their interest. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? It's good to see you this morning. I came across something that I thought that would interest you. It's this historical breakthrough in stem cell activation. And if I send you a link to a short 3-minute video, would you do me a favor and take a quick look at it and give me your feedback? So I pique your interest with a few catchphrases, point you to the video, but now you can point them, you can say, hey, there's a live webinar coming up today at 12 o'clock Mountain, 11 o'clock Pacific, et cetera, et cetera. It's 15 minutes long. It's very potent, and I'd love you to take a look at it. And so I'd like to invite all of you to invite guests and tell your folks about these new Why LifeWave, Why Now live webinars every day at high noon Mountain Time. And I'm really, pushing it through in about 15 minutes. But that's without testimonials. There have been certain leaders that have said, let's do it with live testimonials. And I'm totally open to that, but I would need leadership participation and support to help coordinate that and make sure. I don't want to, and that'll probably drag it out to 20 minutes, but I think the live, short testimonies would be a very potent addition to it. But so that's peak. You point them to either a recording or a live webinar, and then connect. And that's when you call them back and connect with them. And that's when the dialogue starts happening. And that's when one of the most potent ways of connecting is a 3-way call. And I want to, say to any and all of you that are listening to this, that are on our team, if you get them to the live webinar and you want to do a 3-way call with the webinar host, I'd be happy to do that with you. So that's invitation for them. Oh, let me introduce you to Gregory and Robin, because, we're going to be doing these webinars together. Right now I'm doing them, but I'm going to be sucking Robin into it. There's a little bit of technology, I got to, because we're broadcasting it live onto the Facebook group. And then, our assistant Bethany she's going to start posting them into our YouTube channel. So we do have yesterday's in the YouTube channel now. And so we're going to try and just turn up the heat. We're in the storytelling business. We have such a fabulous story to tell, and we want to help all of you with giving you the tools and the methods and the support to tell the story as abundantly as possible. So peak, point, and connect. You pique their interest, you point them to one of the presentation tools that we have. And I guess in that regard, I'm a tool, okay? And the webinar is a tool. And then connect them with you, connect them with your upline, connect them with me. But, we really want to help turn up the heat for all of you during this, 90-day run of September, October, November, leading up to the holidays. So that was kind of to kick off our morning call. That's what I had to share, and I'm open to any questions or suggestions or other things that people would like to put on the table today.
And one of the great advantages of having great momentum in this fourth quarter, or the last September, October, November, not quite totally the
Trimester.
trimester, is that you end the year strong, and guess what? Then you start the year strong. So we want to support everyone in having great momentum in the ending of the year, so you can enjoy the holidays and know that things are exciting starting in the new year. How did this year happen so fast? Oh my gosh. So questions, comments, good jokes?
I can see her. She can't hear me. Yes.
We can hear you, yes.
Oh, do we use, can you hear me? I don't know.
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if I had to push a button. Do we use the same, like the chat that we're using right now, that address for them to join?
Thanks for asking. Since it's a webinar, the chat is in a meeting format, so we're using liveyoungerzoom.com.
Live Younger Zoom.
We use for the Monday and Tuesday night calls. We're using for the noon webinars. Very good question. Thanks for asking that.
liveyoungerzoom.com. And Gregory, when we pique their interest and then we want to point them to that noon call,
correct,
what would be the best way? Because like I've sent a couple In Touch from the In Touch app. I've sent videos to people, and I'm getting the reminder, from In Touch, like to follow up, but they haven't even watched the video. Can you talk about? I have one. She's a realtor. She's busy. Blah blah blah. But she did express interest, and I sent her an email and I sent her the In Touch video. And I would love to point her to your new webinar, but she hasn't even watched the video yet. So what should I say? Uh-oh. Are we okay?
I think that the video is a better first exposure for most people.
Okay.
The webinar is longer, so once you've piqued their interest, you might point them, to the webinar. But if somebody hasn't watched it, and it's very common, my general rule of thumb: 1 out of 3 people you invite to watch the video are going to watch it on first invite. 2 out of 3 might, watch it on the second invite, and that third one may never watch it. So you just got to kind of weed them out. But if they didn't watch it within 24 hours, I can get back on them and say, hey, I'm really eager to get your feedback on that video. Have you had a chance to watch it? Or I noticed you didn't watch it. However you want to, if you want to disclose the fact that they didn't.
I know. Right.
It's okay. Say, hey, this is a really cool tool. And I know you didn't watch it because the system tells me when you do. And unless, did you have a chance to watch it? Maybe I missed the notice. Okay. Give them an easy way out. And I always let people, I know everybody's busy, but I would really love, your feedback. And that's the second call. The third call, you might say, hey, I don't want to be a nag. I would love your feedback, but if you're not interested, that's okay too. Blah, 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 and give them an easy way out. And you may not want to make another call after that.
Okay.
Depends on who they are. If they're a really potent prospect, you may want to just keep dripping on them till they say, okay, I'll watch it. The only way I'm going to get you off my back, Michelle, off my back, is watch that darn video.
Right.
And that might just turn the corner and go, oh my gosh, now I know why she wanted me to watch it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's a kind of a judgment call.
Okay.
Have fun with it. Have fun with them.
Okay. That sounds good, Gregory. Okay, but that's good to know that the noon webinar is not a good first
For
exposure.
most people, it's ask them to watch a 15-minute webinar is probably not the best exposure. However, if you've got a serious business partner, someone that's been in network marketing that really wants to get the meat quickly, they may go, but typically you're going to send them one of the short 3 or 4 or 5 minute videos first, and then bring them to the webinar. And by the way, the webinar is on 24/7 replay at liveyoungerreplay.com.
Okay.
So,
Live younger, what?
so yeah, so that webinar is going to be available on YouTube. It's available live, and it's available at liveyoungerreplay.com 24/7. And on Facebook. So you can find it everywhere. It's in
Great. Everywhere.
it's on CNN. No.
Live younger.
Gregory, is it on our YouTube channel?
Yes, it is. We added it yesterday. Mhm.
Gregory, I just want to tell you that it makes it so easy, all the links that you do, all the URLs that you put in the multiple places to access thing. I've never had it so easy.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, that's the goal. Keep it simple, keep it duplicatable, as the old saying goes, right?
And if you guys didn't watch the LifeWave Connect yesterday, you missed out on something fabulous, because Connie was our special guest and I got to watch it twice. And she was great both times. And so
How did you watch it twice, Robin?
it was on at 11 and on at 6.
Oh,
time.
oh.
So I watched it twice and it was wonderful.
Was
And
it
for
live?
those of I want to welcome Connie to our call.
Yeah,
She
it was
doesn't
live. Both
often get
times.
to be with us because she has a business that has her consumed on Tuesdays and Thursdays for 11 hours.
Mm.
She's a stylist, owns a salon, and she is one of our up and rising stars, and she'll be going up the ranks really quickly. She just made director, as everybody knows, and so we're thrilled to have her on our team, and she's attracting some fabulous people who are also on this call. So I want to welcome all that are new and to our Thursday morning business chat. So thank you, Connie, and welcome to all the rest of your new people that are joining us.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
I
gone.
have one more question. This might be really stupid, but like if we ask somebody to come to the call at noon, the Live Younger Zoom, do they
Yes.
have to put Zoom on their device first? Do they have to,
Yes.
do they go to zoom.com? Okay, so
Yeah.
that was,
Yes, but thank you for asking that. It's really, Renelle, for people to have Zoom on as an app. Either you can have it on your phone or your computer or whatever other favorite mobile device you have. So yes, have them download zoom.us first.
okay. And so even if they watch the replay, do they need to have Zoom on there?
No,
So-
not on the replay.
Okay,
Replay, they do not.
okay. Thank you.
No, that's not a stupid question. It's a really smart question, actually. There are no stupid questions. We love them all. You just keep asking till you get what you need, and you can ask the same thing over and over again, too.
I might.
That's totally fine. We love questions mean people are engaged, and I love it when people ask questions.
Okay,
We've got
thank-
someone new who's just joined recently and had a little rough start, but this morning at 7 a.m. I noticed he says, I woke up at 5 o'clock. I can't stop thinking about LifeWave. And I think a lot of us remember when that got to us, it's like, whoa, this is so fun to learn about. Yeah, it's wonderful to change lives the way we can. So what else
Yeah.
did you want? You wanted to talk about three-way calls a little bit?
Well, I kind of did. I think the
Okay.
three-way call is, it's peak, point, and connect. You point them to the information, to a professional presentation, and then connect with them. One-on-one, two-on-one, three-way calls. When someone is expressing interest, and whether you're new or you've been in the business for a year, there's just a magical power of a three-way call. And Robin and I are very available for all of you to do three-way calls, because that's the way we build the business. That's the way we build community. And so, it fits into part of the process.
And we realize that not everyone has ever been trained on how to do three-way calls. So that's one of our,
Well, we did that a couple of months ago with Kai. So we had a really nice, it's in the archives there. On the newsletter, it's listed.
but the people who are new don't get the archives.
It's listed on the bottom of the newsletter.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Sure. Nice.
Okay. So I have not been able to watch the noon calls this week yet. So I kind of feel silly asking this question. What do you talk about during the noontime, which would be 3 o'clock my time? I'm on the East Coast.
Okay.
Would actually be 2 o'clock. It's noon Mountain.
Oh,
It's
okay.
11 a.m. Pacific, and you can always watch it on liveyoungerreplay.com.
It's a PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
And I'll show you in a second. Hold on.
Share screen. Don't you have to share screen?
Yeah.
Tom?
Green.
We'll go through it in a minute. In 1 minute. There it
you
is.
go. It walks
Oh,
people.
wow.
It's a very well-structured, well-written. I got all of the artwork from the company. I did massage the text and sequence so it flows. It starts talking about the stem cell revolution, talks about the expense, of, can everybody see that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, it's a well-structured presentation. Has a lot of like, visual impact.
And for those of you that want to do your own, this PowerPoint is available in a download through your newsletter, and I hope everyone's getting the newsletter. So we know people that want to do their own. So, here it is. You don't have to create the slides, and you can do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, you're welcome. Good question.
Not silly at all, Stacy.
Okay, Paul, you're lit to talk.
If you have not listened to the interview with Gregory on why LifeWave, why now, and you have some business people that are really looking at LifeWave, it's 11 minutes, and Gregory goes through wonderful structure on how important that is, and that's also available on whylifewavewhynow.com. So
And that's just an audio. That's
just audio.
11-minute audio. Mm-hmm. Which is another exposure tool. We'll have to create a list of exposure tools. I'm sure we have them actually in the business plan.
We do have them.
In the Getting Started Guide, we have them all listed.
By the way, the Getting Started Guide is in its final formatting edit. Has the Zoom and the liveyoungergettingstarted.com. So just know it's coming very soon. We're just doing the final edits right now, and Gregory's the master of formatting, so we'll get it out to everybody very soon.
Robin, I got called away for a second. So is there a place that we can go and hear last night's call?
Not yet, but there will be.
Okay. All right. And
Usually
you'll
takes them a day
obviously
or so.
post with that.
As soon as we get it, we'll post it,
Okay.
Thanks.
and then we'll put it in the units also.
Maybe we'll add it to our YouTube channel.
They could hear that.
Oh, I see.
It was fabulous last night. And Robin and Gregory, is my understanding that these connects, these LifeWave connects, are once a month. They're not every week.
Actually, they're every other week, and one is a product focus and one is a business focus. So the one that happened yesterday was business focus on building customers. And then Emily said really clearly, because people are kind of missing David. He's definitely with us, and he's going to be, stepping in and doing product education. So people absolutely want the product education, and we know that that's a key to retention, is people really understanding the products. And for those of you that are new, in the Facebook group under Unit 14, there's a whole bunch of David Schmidt educating people on the products. And he's become my favorite wellness coach out there. I mean, wait till you meet him if you haven't met him yet, because he embodies exquisite, vibrant health. And he's got this
Oh my God.
amazing posture.
Yes.
I mean, it's like impressive, isn't it?
It's so
And,
impressive.
I mean, he's living what he teaches, and on one of his calls, he said, he's 56 years old, but has the biological age of a 32-year-old. And so he's very fit, takes very good care of himself, and he gives some great tips. I just ate my 4 Brazil nuts. And so he talks about
Getting
eating.
that selenium.
I get selenium every day too. 4 Brazil nuts a day for your copper. Yes. And so you get to learn these fun little things from David. And
Isn't it selenium in the Brazil nuts?
Selenium is in Brazil nuts.
I think so.
yeah, and copper too.
Oh, both.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I didn't know.
just to be clear about the answer to my question, so the LifeWave Connect is every other Wednesday.
It's
Other.
Emily said twice a month. So I think that's about every other Wednesday. Once a month on product, once a month on business.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
And tonight, just to remind everybody, this is like a super lineup. We have a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night corporate calls.
I know. It's like quite a
But
week.
they're going to be doing a further orientation on the preferred customer program.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Leading up to its launch, did they say on
The 28th of September.
28th of September?
Right. And we're
Do
getting.
you know if they put the first one anywhere, if it's accessible?
I asked Jeannie, and she was going to send me the link today. And as soon as I
Okay.
get it, I will post it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thanks.
whoever finds things first, and I know someone asked me yesterday, I think it was Robin, and I misunderstood her. She says, well, where was it? Whatever. So the place to find things, and we just try to make it as easy as possible, but the company has a YouTube channel, and they also have a corporate Facebook group. And many times that's where you'll find things first. So you can do your hunting, or whoever finds it, put it up on the Live Younger Facebook group as soon as you find it. And sometimes we have prizes for that. So you just never know.
Okay, well, we're past our 20 minutes and trying to keep these calls tight and respectful of everybody's time. Any final thoughts or questions from anybody before we call it a wrap?
I have one. You said that, of course, I'm talking with Michelle a lot, and she's wonderful. She's just a great help. But you said sometimes, we can do 3-way calls with y'all, but the only phone number I have is not only. The 2 wonderful phone numbers I have is with Michelle and with Helen. But do you all give out your information, or should I go through Michelle?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put it in the chat for everybody.
Well,
And we're
okay.
going to end the call soon, but I'll put both of ours.
So mine is 360-229-8433. Robin and I lived in Olympia, Washington for a little while, like 12 years ago, and got phones there and kept our Washington phone numbers. And hers is 360-661-4396.
And in your LifeWave In Touch app, you can request 3-way support. And there's a wonderful way you can, tap on someone, say, are you available to do a 3-way?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's another wonderful tool available at everyone's disposal.
And the best way to hook us up into a 3-way is send a text, say, are you available for a 3-way now or later? Or I have someone I'd like to 3-way, when's a good time? Send a text. If you have somebody that needs a 3-way right now, you could try calling, you might get us, but if you send us a text, if we're on the phone and you say you have a 3-way now, we may be able to say, okay, give me a minute and we'll get off the phone. Whereas if we're on the phone and another phone call is coming in, we're just going to let it go to voicemail typically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, be happy to do 3-way calls with any of you.
Thank you.
Sure. Our
Yay.
pleasure. Yep.
Robin, you asked me to remind you to tell everyone to be active and getting on Vibrant Living.
Darlene, you're a gem. Thank you.
She is.
She is a gem. Oh my gosh. We have this amazing community on Facebook called Vibrant Living, and the link to get on there is in the newsletter. And it's a community, and everyone, you know, we invite everyone to be active there. It's all about Vibrant Living. We never mention products or companies. We don't have any links on there. If there's a video, it's a personal video only, but there's inspiration, there's education on fitness and health and all different dimensions of Vibrant Living. There's a few new things on there that are especially interesting. Sabine is an actress and an acting coach, and she's giving us free coaching on how to be in front of the computer online and be comfortable doing YouTubes, be comfortable doing Facebook Lives, be comfortable on Zooms with lighting, with sound, giving us great free education on Tuesdays, but they're all available in the unit section. And on Monday mornings, we have Movement Mondays with Victoria, who's an amazing yoga teacher, does breathing exercises and gentle yogas, and you could see them, you know, if you're not available when they're live, you can see them on replays. And Darlene does amazing recipes, healthy recipes, and so does Teresa. So we've got, and then there's great quotes and wonderful provocative questions to engage people. And there's just, it's a fabulous place. So this is designed to be a vehicle to attract and retain customers. And it's a new concept in social media. Just go to the site. If you're not a member, click on the link that is given in the newsletter and just kind of look around and start engaging and watch the video that's pinned to the top that gives the guidelines. They're very specific guidelines. And this has been an amazing vehicle for many other companies to acquire and retain customers.
And maybe on one of our upcoming calls, either Monday night or Thursday morning, we'll dive deeper into the Vibrant Living and how it's working. And thank you again, Connie. She did a great job discussing it last night on the corporate call. And that's what she was mentioning, those secret groups. That's Vibrant Living. That's our secret group. So thank you, Connie, and thank you, everyone. So unless someone has something really pressing, if you do, you can always reach out direct. We're at the bottom of the hour. We've gone a little over this morning, but always good to be together with everyone. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you around the next bend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.